As I walked into the room, I couldn't help but notice the flush on his face. The soft glow of the screen illuminated his features, and for a moment, we just locked eyes. The air was thick with tension, and I could feel the weight of his gaze. I sensed a spark of attraction, but it was quickly replaced by a deep sense of connection. I had known him for a few years now, ever since my son had brought him home from college. He had become like a part of our family, and I had grown to care for him deeply. Without a word, I walked over to him and sat down beside him. The silence between us was palpable, yet comforting. I could feel his warmth, his presence, and it was like a balm to my soul. As we sat there, the sounds of the night filtered in, the crickets chirping, the wind rustling through the trees. It was as if the world outside had melted away, leaving only the two of us. I closed my eyes, letting the peacefulness of the moment wash over me. After a while, he broke the silence, his voice low and husky. "I'm sorry," he said, his eyes cast downward. "I didn't mean to, I don't know, it just happened." I opened my eyes, looking at him with a deep sense of understanding. "It's okay," I said, my voice soft. "We all have our moments of weakness. It's how we learn from them that matters." He looked up at me, his eyes searching, and I could see the depth of his emotion. "I feel like I've let you down," he said, his voice cracking. I don't know what came over me. I reached out, placing a hand on his arm. "You haven't let me down," I said. "You're human, and humans make mistakes. It's how we grow from them that matters." He looked at me, his eyes filled with gratitude. As we sat there, the tension between us began to dissipate. We talked long into the night, sharing our thoughts, our fears, and our dreams. We discussed our favorite books, our childhood memories, and our hopes for the future. The hours passed, and the room grew quieter. The only sound was the occasional creak of the old house, and the soft hum of the night. We sat there, lost in our own thoughts, yet together in spirit. The world outside receded, and all that was left was the gentle hum of the night, and the warmth of our connection. It was a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always the possibility for growth, for forgiveness, and for connection. As the night wore on, we finally stood up, stretching our tired muscles. We looked at each other, and smiled. It was a smile of understanding, of forgiveness, and of connection. And as we walked out of the room, side by side, we knew that our bond had grown stronger. We had faced a difficult moment, and had come out stronger on the other side. We walked into the kitchen, where the lights were still on. The room was warm and cozy, filled with the scent of freshly baked cookies. We sat down at the table, and I poured him a glass of cold milk. As we sat there, sipping our milk and eating cookies, we talked some more. We talked about our plans for the future, our dreams and aspirations. We talked about our fears and worries, and how we could support each other. The night wore on, and the hours passed. But we didn't notice. We were too caught up in our conversation, too lost in our own little world. As we finished our milk and cookies, I reached out and took his hand. It was a gentle gesture, but it spoke volumes. We sat there for a moment, hands clasped, looking into each other's eyes. And in that moment, we both knew that our relationship had changed. It had deepened, grown stronger. We had faced a difficult moment, and had come out stronger on the other side. As we sat there, I couldn't help but think about how far we had come. From a chance encounter to a deep and meaningful connection. It was a journey that I would always treasure.